Michael Dahl from Norway, just doing the toss of the coin.
That side? Who will receive?
So Zhang will receive. World champions were beaten finalists here last year. We're looking at the moment at Chen Ling, and there's his partner Chen Hsing, 29 years of age, number 5 in the world rankings, up to number 4 in the Super Series rankings, so they have definitely qualified for the Super Series finals. The number 5 seeds Chen Ling and Chen Hsing, as indeed, of course, have the world number 1s Zhang and Zhao Yunlei. For the world champions from China, each of them last year got through to 2 finals here at the China Open. But the number 5 seeds, as I say, number 5 in the world ranking, having played 19 tournaments over the last 12 months. Winners this year of the Japan Super Series, their first and only Super Series title that they've won. And who did they beat in the semi-final in Tokyo? It was their opponents of today. Thrilling match it was too. Saved 3 match points, if I remember correctly. So 4 finals for the pair from Taipei, having won 1 of them this year. But the number 1 seeds, the world champions, 47 and 8. That's a very good win-loss record. 21-year-old Zhang and 25-year-old Zhao Yunlei. And that win-loss record translates into 6 titles. Every time they've reached a final this year, they've won, never defeated in a final. 5-1, their win-loss record. And the last time they met, of course, was in the semi-final last week in Hong Kong. 2 straight games it was to Zhang and Zhao, who went on to take the title. Thrilling final against the Danes. 3 games it was in Hong Kong. So Michael Dahl of Norway asks the players to get ready. Håkon Foster, the service judge from Sweden. These 2 pairs actually met each other last year at the China Open in the round of last 16. And it was obviously the Chinese pair who went through to the final, who won on that occasion. That was 3 games. Of the 6 previous meetings, it's only twice gone the full distance at Japan Open.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Ling, Hsing, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Yunlei and Zhang, China. Ling to serve to Zhang, Lavo, play.
So the number 5 seeds from Taipei getting this quarterfinal underway. Now, of course, for the Chinese world champions, they've actually only played 1 match so far, because in the first round they were due to play against the qualifiers, He Hanbin and Bao Yixin, teammates from China. That never happened. Their opponents pulled out. Have you heard, Ian, what the reason was for pulling out, what the injury was? We're told it's an injury, but we haven't actually been told what the injury was.
No, I haven't heard anything on that one.
Service over, 1-2.
Well, as far as Ling and Hsing are concerned, they too had an easier match earlier on in the tournament, because yesterday against the Polish combination of Robert Matusiak and Nadia Ziba,
3-1.
they had won the first game. They were 10-5 up in the second when the Polish combination retired injured. So there's been quite a lot of players falling by the wayside.
Yeah, it's a heavy part of the schedule at the moment. It's been a long year, a lot of tournaments, 1 or 2 injuries creeping in, I'm afraid. And also I think the conditions here causing 1 or 2 problems as well. Matches longer than they used to a little bit, and the conditions are a little bit cooler certainly than in Hong Kong last week, and it's all sort of adding to each other, adding up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately we're getting 1 or 2 withdrawals.
And of course, Zhao Yunlei last week in the final of the Hong Kong Open women's doubles final. She and her partner had already won the mixed doubles, but in the women's doubles final, she withdrew with an injured knee. And Zhao Yunlei didn't actually have to play on the first day of the first round of the main draw. Got a walkover in both her mixed doubles and women's doubles. Extra day's rest probably will have done her a world of good.
Over, 5-3.
Yeah, she's one of the few athletes going for 2 events at the Olympics, going to try and qualify in 2 events, and looks as though she'll do it quite comfortably. But it does take its toll, particularly when you play back-to-back Super Series events. 2 finals, as you say, last week. She's looking for 2 finals again this week, I would say, at least.
Well, Zhang has broken his racket. Off he goes. Wow. And that's the problem. You get distracted sometimes by seeing your opponent dash off court. You're not concentrating on just playing your shot because you've...
Now you've been distracted. Take your eye off the shuttle just for that fraction.
Well, Ian, I said to myself before this match started, Jill, don't mention the problems of the low serve of Chen Wen-Hsing. Poor girl, she's struggled for months and months and months. We have to talk about it. She's just lost all confidence on her low serve, hasn't she?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see her try many in this game, and certainly not after that one. I think we'll see a lot of flick serves from her, just trying to get the shuttle in play. And to be honest, probably not a bad hole for her to be doing that. You know, flick serve, this is one of the easier holes to defend in, as we were saying during the ladies singles match. So she may get away with some flick serving in this match. She felt she had to go for one in the end. Got away with 7-8 drop shots from the rear court. She took the gamble, went for it, but it was played with very good precision.
Yeah, why on earth wasn't she looking for it on the backhand side? Trying to play around the headshot there was ambitious. That's a great interception from Zhao Yunlei. It's a good smash. You have to acknowledge, though, that obviously with one glaring weakness with Chen Hsing in her lack of confidence on a low serve, she's still getting remarkably good results, which must mean the rest of her game is very good indeed.
Well, I think it both in ladies and mixed. She's one of the top players in the world. She possibly sees the shuttle earlier than any other player. I mean, she really does read the game very well. She's got great reactions. And as we saw there, she's got good power from the rear court as well. She surprises people with her power.
Flick serve. Well, it's called good. Zhao Yunlei doesn't like the call.
Yeah, and Zhao Yunlei, I've seen this before when Zhao Yunlei plays against Cheng, that she makes her wait an awful long time to serve it because she knows she's a nervous server. And I think she actually waited too long even for herself there.
Yeah, and looking at that replay, I thought that the shuttle did indeed land on the line.
Well, I think she's really going to have to, in this hall particularly, I think she should be flicking. Just trying to get the shuttle into play, trying to play off defence. It's a hall where you can counter-attack.
Well, this Chinese combination actually formed their partnership at the China Open 2 years ago. They reached the semi-final. Final last year. Seems to be a progression of improvement there, Ian.
Well, they clearly have improved at the World Champions. Yeah. And deservedly so, you'd have to say. They played a great tournament in London, which I'm sure will have given them a lot of confidence for the Olympics in the same venue next year.
Yeah, well, since forming their partnership, 20 individual tournaments, 13 finals, 9 titles, including 5 Super Series events. And somebody that's only 21 years of age, that's pretty impressive. Just enough pace on it to make it awkward for Zhao Yunlei.
Good angle, good patience from the rear court there. Not trying to hit the shuttle hard, knows it's difficult to get through, going for placement and angle.
Brilliant. Great defensive shot from Chen Ling.
And that's the problem when you do put pace on, you don't really get value for your effort. He seemed to have all the time in the world to play that, didn't he? Yeah, back to the angle rather than the power. 3 steep angles, eventually finds the mistake.
That's another good rally.
11-15.
Yeah, there is. You see how high in the court he is. He's able to intercept that. The lift was just a little bit too flat. Able to get up, take it early from half court. Zhao Yunlei not able to get into a good defensive position. But she's very quick on that flat game, isn't she? Chen there, guilty of trying to go through Zhao Yunlei, and that's really not the way to go. She's got very good reactions around the net court, anything driven through her zone. Very quick onto it.
Goodness me, what on earth happened there?
Oh, I missed the carpet.
12-16. Service over. 17-12.
They've got real problems if Chen can't get the service in play either. They really have got problems here. Well, again, that's a dangerous game to play with Zhao Yunlei. She really likes that flat game.
13-17.
It's a really surprising error.
It's all getting very fast and furious, isn't it? And I think the pair from Taipei just need to think about the placement of the shuttle a little bit more, guided into the open spaces.
And again, guilty of playing the drive really from defensive position. And that gives the interception chance.
7 game points for the #1 seeds. Error on the return of serve.
First game won by Zhang, Yunlei, 21-13.
21-13 confirms the umpire. And in the end, it was pretty comfortable 15 minutes of play.
Yes, as you say, Jill, Taipei pair have really got to think a little bit about their tactics here. The problem for them is that Chen's natural game is to play quick down the sides. He likes to play a driving game, and he knows his partner's very quick to cover. The problem they've got on the other side is that that's exactly the strength in Zhao Yunlei's game. She likes that flat game. She's very quick to intercept on the front court, and that's causing a lot of problems for the Taipei pair at the moment. We saw just once where Chen took the pace off and used that cross block to such good effect. But only the once he didn't learn his lesson. The very next rally, in fact, he went back to a flat drive and paid the penalty. Really needs to mix it up a little bit with some blocks, pushes straight to the mid-court, just push to the mid-court straight and use some cross blocks just to give some different, pose some different problems to the Chinese pair.
So having taken that opening game, 21-13, number 1 seeds Zhang and Zhao Yunlei. We'll be looking to keep that sort of form going. Yes, well taken. Made it look easy on that backhand kill, did Chen Hsing. I can assure you it wasn't.
That's better. Took the pace off there, forced Zhao Yunlei to take it from below net height, and then she made the mistake rather than hitting up to her on the mid-court. Good return, going straight back at the body of the server, not giving him time to get organised.
Right idea.
Yeah, he's trying. It's not really his natural game, though.
Incredible strapping on the leg of Chen Hsing. Bright pink. Finds the line. Error on serve, goodness me.
As I say, there's a lot of pressure on his serve, isn't there, Jill? When you know your partner's not got a very good service, not confident on serve, that puts a lot of pressure on your own serve. And he's already made 1 or 2 mistakes himself. Yeah, just signs that Zhang Nan's just relaxed a little bit at the start of this game. Maybe 1 or 2 uncharacteristic errors. Again, always on the defence after the poor low serve. Never able to get back into the rally.
Oh, Oh, Chinese were all out of position there. That's where I would have liked to see a little guided block shot. Too long.
Yeah.
Level.
Yeah, it's difficult for Chen. His natural game is pace on, pace on, pace on, and you can see at the start of this second game, clearly the coaching was that he's got to try and take the pace off the shuttle a little bit, but he just doesn't look natural when he's doing it. But there are one or two uncharacteristic errors coming in from the Chinese pair at the moment that's keeping the Taipei pair in this game. Again, that's a poor mid-court push from Zhao Yunlei, giving her opponent the opportunity to step in and take it from above net height in the mid-court position.
Yeah, just doing as we suggested. It wasn't a block, but it was just guided into the wide open space.
Yeah, and it forces the opposition to take the shuttle from below net height, which means your partner gets in an aggressive position. You've got time to get organised. But this is a really sloppy first half of the second set from the Chinese pair, I have to say. A lot of errors. You see Zhang in between the points, looking at the other courts. Not focused at all at the moment.
Oh, it's gone over. Well, that's remarkable.
Well, net cord deep in defence. But again, the nature of the hall, so slow, so difficult to finish. Chinese pair guilty of not really placing the shuttle very well, hitting onto the defence.
Well, it's exactly the same scoreline at the mid-game interval as it was in the first game, but in total contrast, it's the pair from Taipei who have the advantage here in the second.
For 2, 20 seconds. For 2, 20 seconds.
Well,
You can see Zhang Nan is not there at the moment, is he? Again,
no.
just
No, but I was going to say something about the serve there and the fact that, you know, given the conditions here, why on earth risk the low serve? And you know, a service error is a point to your opponents.
yeah. 4 points up, get the shuttle in play, even if it's a flick serve, make your opponents play, particularly when Zhang Nang's going through such a bad patch at the moment.
Yeah.
And again, the error comes from below net height, trying to put pace on the shuttle, rather than being patient, playing the block, and cover the net position. if I was coaching the Taipei pair at the moment, I would be definitely saying keep the shuttle on Zhang Nan.
Yeah.
He's not very concentrated at the moment, wandering around again, head up in the air, body language not very positive at the moment, which is hard to understand really. They won the first game.
There you can clearly see the extraordinary strapping on the leg of Chen Hsing.
That's another error.
13-10.
Yeah, well, Zhao Yunlei having a little word with him, saying, come on.
Looks tired, actually.
Oh, indecision there. When you say tired, do you mean facially he looks drained and tired, not as far as moving around the court?
Not physically, but certainly his body language is very lethargic for, you know, it just looks as though he looks, yes, drained's a good word, Jill. I think he does look drained at the moment.
Yeah, because this is only his... I don't know. Did he play qualifying in the men's doubles, or did they get straight into the main draw with Tao Xiaoming?
Not sure. I think they were main draw, were they?
Good work from Chen Hongling. 6-point advantage now to the pair from Taipei. And there's another error from Zhang Nan.
Yeah, it was in the main draw. In the men's doubles. Just the one match, so shouldn't have affected him too much. I know this year he's mainly played just one event, played the mixed, so slight change for him playing two events, but...
Yeah, but this is only his third match because...
Yeah, with the walkover in the mixed, it shouldn't have affected him really.
No.
But he doesn't look with it at the moment. And again, he's wandering off after that point.
How, as a coach, do you snap your players out of that if they've gone a little bit lethargic? Do you give them a severe talking to, or...?
I think he's getting them to... He's probably thinking about the match. Does he want to go to three? Is he going to try and come back in this? And you've just got to get him to focus on 1 point at a time, just to concentrate very heavily on the next point that's coming and break the game down.
17-11.
Very often when people get lethargic, it's because they're thinking in the long term rather than the short term.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Well, again, you have to question the tactic. Got an opponent who's not in the best form at the moment. Get the shuttle in play, flick him.
It's just wide, but that's the sort of thing that you and I were suggesting. Find the spaces.
Yeah, change of direction rather than driving everything back straight. Nice idea, didn't miss by much.
Oh, he's missed it, that's too long.
Yeah, that's a bad miss at this stage of the game. Gives your opponent hope.
Yeah, there's only 2 points in it now. Now just the one. 5 straight points for the #1 seeds.
And the Taipei pair just guilty of 1 or 2 errors, and also letting Zhao Yunlei get in on after the service as well. And they should really be looking for Zhang Nan at the moment. And there we see it. As soon as they go to him, they get the error.
Yeah, there's the drive, but for once they got away with it.
Yeah, Zhao Yunlei will be disappointed with that. That's one of the favourites. Read the cross-court drive, well placed, rack it up, missed it.
Yeah, there's the error from Zhang Nan again.
He was trying to step the tempo up there, but again made the error.
Well, 3 game point opportunities to level this quarter-final at 1 game apiece. Now, what's she going to do? Surely she's got a flick. Yep. Yeah. And they've taken the second game, 21-17. It is indeed 1 game all. 33 minutes. And it's 1 game all.
It'll be interesting to see the attitude of the Chinese coaches here. How they try to motivate their players, get them going again. Certainly there was a lack of focus at the start of that second game from Zhang Nan. Yeah, it's definitely all the shadow movements there you can see are all about push and block and change of direction. Changing the pace, not trying to force it.
Well, I guess the start to this deciding game is going to be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, first 4 or 5 points will tell us a lot here, I think.
Final game. Love all. Play.
Right, and yes, it whole rally momentum turned with that little block.
Yep, it's definitely the tactic. And you could see that's what the coach was asking for. And again.
Yeah, that's where she is so good. You're right, her reactions and her reading of the game at the front of the court, Chen Hsing, is absolutely superb.
Definitely out of sorts though, Zhang Nan. Almost every shuttle he's hitting is off balance. You can see the body language is not good. Doesn't look 100% to me.
Oh, that was the wrong choice of shot.
Yeah. Yeah, from down there you can't go for it. He's trying to follow the coach's instruction to keep the pace off, but once you're below the net in that area, you've really got to lift out and start again.
No, just missed it. Well, that's a good shot. It's a good rally.
Yeah, and again, Chen trying to force the play and going cross-court, and Zhao Yunlei very high on the court in the defensive position. Don't think that's the right tactic. Needs to keep the pressure on Zhang Nan, really. See here, that's a risk going cross-court there. Done it again. He had Zhang Nan all over the place and went cross-court. And again, I have to say that's not a good tactic, attacking Zhao Yunlei cross-court. She's too good. Defense is very solid. He had Zhang Nan off balance, brought him in, got him off balance. The smash on him would have been much more effective, and his partner would automatically be in a better position.
There's now a run of 5 straight points from the world champions.
Again, the smash on Zhao comes back even quicker. She's in that crouch defence position. It's hit onto a racket. The pace she puts on makes it too difficult to control.
No, you really can't afford to give opponents a run of 7 points in a deciding game, can you? Oh, my goodness. Well, He's trying the crouch defence there.
got
herself in a right tangle.
Yeah, got in a real mess there, I have to say. Having said that, you know, she's so aggressive in defence, isn't she? Again, she'd stepped up the court. It's been very effective for her. Yeah, flick serve worked. Got the shuttle in play. Got the mistake from Zhang again.
Yeah, a little bit of dispute here as to whether the shuttle should be changed or not. Hsing says no, and the umpire agrees.
Any points they can score on her service are a real bonus, aren't they, in this match?
Clash of rackets. And the shuttle drifts wide, and it means that they're all back level once again.
Yeah, better smash though. Placing the smash down the middle. You'll see it here, both the Chinese retreating. The smash to the middle causes the indecision.
Yeah, it's not often you see this sort of trick shot from Zhang. Oh dear.
They've done well. They'd scored a few points off a serve, which is a bonus, you'd have to say.
He's patchy, isn't he? He goes. I thought on that run of 7 points, I thought, oh, he's back into it, and it's all of a sudden then, you know, you sort of think, oh no, I'm not quite sure he is.
No, I think there's definitely something not quite right. Be interesting in the press conference afterwards. Hear what he's got to say.
Service over, 9-8.
It's delightful change of pace.
Yeah, and again, it is that change of pace where he's not tried to force it. He's played one smash, forced the Chinese pair back into a deep defensive position and then changed the pace. And that's much better tactics.
Oh.
I had the feeling in that rally, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they changed the shuttle here. The shuttle seemed to be getting slower and slower during the rally.
Yeah.
At the end of that rally, having the attack would almost look to disadvantage.
Oh, remarkable defence.
Yeah.
Purely instinctive.
Yeah, great defence, but again, it's the gamble going with that cross-court smash, particularly against Zhao Yunlei, who defends so well. Yeah, partner's not happy with that.
Of course, now the pair from Taipei have their what has proved to be a better end. Far side of the court, the pairs doing better from that end. she's holding them together at the moment.
She is, she's playing very well, but again, Chen guilty of hitting straight to her here, look. There was lots of space on the net. Zhao Yunlei was off the net position. And he's played straight back to her and she's found the winner. Doesn't give his partner any time to get into position to defend there. Poor shot again from Zhang. Bit of indecision here. There, let the shuttle come to him. And again, not in a great position. Turned into a game of errors at the moment.
Clever drop shot.
Yeah, again, it's Zhao Yunlei that makes the difference. It's good play. Takes the shuttle early, gets up, takes it very early, but then just takes the pace off at the last second. Great serve.
And even passing the shuttle back there. Chen Hsing taking the opportunity to practice the serve. That time the low serve was short.
Flick serve, do you think, Jill?
Has to be, really. Yep.
Certainly the last 5 or 6 points, Chen's had a little bit of a disaster. He's made 3 or 4 really easy errors above the net in the front court. You can't be missing those.
Really need a good little run here to the pair from Taipei if they want to win this match. That's a well, good shot. So both Ian and I have been saying that it's a little bit dangerous to play the flat ones, but worked well on that occasion.
Well, it worked because they got Zhao Yunlei off the net position. It was Zhang at the front of the court, and he's not as natural there, hadn't got his racket up. Yeah, it looks the better target to me. They're getting through Zhang Nan, but they can't get through Zhao Yunlei.
Oh, just missed it. That could be costly. Two points away from their third consecutive final here at the China Open semi-final.
It was an okay serve and he had a chance, but again he's trying to hit hard straight back onto Zhao, even if it goes over. Zhao Yunlei's well placed.
4 match points. Unbelievable. In the end they got through, but my goodness. Initially, what great defense from Zhao Yunlei. And this is the problem. Match points against you. And a player that's struggling with serve. Well, sums it up to me. 21-17 in the final game. And if only Chen Hsing could regain the confidence on her serves, my goodness, they would be a threat to every other pair in world badminton. There's confirmation. 6 minutes shy of the hour mark. 21-13, 17-21, 21-17 in the deciding game.